Alright, I think we should be live here. Just gonna have to test out sound really quick. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hey, hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. Check. 1, 2, 3. Alright. That'll be good enough. Alright, sorry about all that. Alright, so we are back. It's been a while since we streamed some Tag Pro. So for the first matchup this week, we have the Republicans from the... Damn, I shouldn't have went this way. I think they're from the Southeast Division. And the Red Hot Chili Poppers coming in on the East Division. In different places. Republicans are officially out of playoffs, one of the, I don't know, 5 or 6 teams that are definitively out of the playoffs. And Red Hot Chili Poppers on the other side, now just having their ticket already punched to the playoffs, just playing around for seeding now. So definitely this match could definitely go one of two ways, with both teams kind of trying really hard. Republicans trying to play spoiler, and Red Hot Chili Poppers, you know, putting in the effort to get the top seeding. Or we could see kind of a clown fiesta today. Just because, in essence, this match really doesn't have that much weight. But we still do have some storylines. Republicans coming into this one having just traded Cynical, who was partnered with Trippy, for NFED, aka CB13. He is putting up a 8.26 DGASP this season. Or, sorry, that's last week. Fresh off that trade from Ghost Boosters. And again, kind of a unfortunate situation for him, as he's, I think, for the second or third time traded to a team that has already been eliminated from playoffs. And then on the other hand, on the other side, that is, for Red Hot Chili Poppers, another player that has been kind of big with trades this season, Ball Don't Lie, putting up a 9.62 OGASP, that is on the season overall. And he had started the season with, geez, I don't even know. I'd have to look that up. I know the last team he was on was Somalian Pirates. Jeez, I don't even know the league anymore, man. But definitely a kind of premier offender in the league. Coming to a Red Hot Chili Peppers team that is, as you see there, of the 8 games that they've played so far, or the 8 matches, 5 of those have been against teams that are currently in the playoffs and will be in the playoffs. So this Red Hot Chili Peppers team, perhaps more than others, definitely well equipped to kind of have that preparation handy for the playoffs ahead. Whether or not this match reflects that, we'll have to see. But and so, speaking of the playoffs, we have the standings as they are right now. You see Red Hot Chili Peppers in that Northeast division. I was wrong there, saying they were from the East. But coming in first place in the Northeast division, although Ghost Boosters are the only ones so far to have definitely clinched their division. Not necessarily the most important thing with the playoff structure this season. And then on the other side with the Republicans, you see they're coming in with a 3-0-1-12 record. I believe their lineup hasn't been the most consistent. And taking a look at some of the overall standings, as that kind of gives a better picture of what we're looking at here. You see Red Hot Chili Peppers there coming in 3rd overall with those 36 points. They have clinched playoffs, and they can go as high as 2nd place with 6 available points to them. Of course, if tiers with 43 points cannot be passed by Red Hot Chili Peppers, though that first seed is still up for grabs for center of attention. As we'll see later, TC Jukes coming in that 8th spot, and while their spot is not secured right now, Fallout 4, who is in 9th place, I don't know why it still says Pequeños Pandas, but they have they're within range to pass TC Jukes, but so long as TC Jukes gets 1 point, or Fallout 4 doesn't win with like a 70 cap diff, then for all intents and purposes, as JJ Poole put it, they are in the playoffs. That's right. Ball and I had started on London Wasdees. My mistake for not remembering that. So yeah, a lot going on in the league right now. Obviously with playoffs coming up, and so should be an exciting match, regardless of how present these teams are. So an interesting lineup here for the Republican side. Again, I don't really know what their most consistent lineup has been, but looks like tonight they'll be running with CB13 and Quibble. No, I think it would be Trippy and Quibble on defense with CB13, switching back to offense after a good few seasons on defense, and PK Smurfball, aka Anti-Re, on offense. And I do have a lot to say about him. He's definitely one of the better offenders I've played with and against. But yeah, as I was saying, I've definitely played a lot of pubs with Anti-Re, and he's definitely a pretty jukey flag carrier. Knows what he's doing on offense, and you know, I've never seen him in competitive or an MLTP or anything, so we'll have to keep an eye on, you know, how his team play is and kind of what his decision making is like. But I'm definitely a big fan of his you know, flag carrying abilities. Okay, I guess there isn't a toddy. So yeah, we will have Guts and Ball and Lie on offense. Oops. Going up against Quibble, and it looks like it will be CB13 on defense. Although both him and Trippy are definitely both good two-way players, as Ball and Lie is looking to come in for the first cat, but will not be able to squeeze it in. Sorry about that. Guts now with a chance to be past a couple. Anti-Re's going to stay ahead with that boost, but he ends up grabbing CB13 right on Guts' tail, but not going to be there in time. I'm not sure whether he kind of held back or not. Might have thought it was already going to be a cap, so didn't want to end up grabbing the flag. Maybe if I don't know who that was, ended up dying, but either way, Red Hot Chili Peppers up to a quick 1-0 lead. And now Guts looking to make it another one with some nice blocks from his defense, but can't quite get around Trippy, who pushes off the block and gets the tag. Yeah, Toasty kind of making headlines in the beginning of the season. Definitely one of the premier offenders in the league, if not like in kind of the history of the game. But he ended up electing to play defense this season, and you know, kind of hard to live up to like how good he is on offense. Although here it looks like he will take a Tag Pro offense, and that's a scary duo of Bottle Eye and Toasty on offense. If it could have kind of come together during the season, although Toasty not usually allowed to play offense. But anyways, as I was saying, he's you know, kind of taking some flack this season for kind kind of not living up to expectations as a defender, but definitely one of the most mechanically talented players in the game. You know, if not in the last couple seasons, then ever. Well, looks like power-ups will be coming up here. Misaki just missing a rolling bomb that Anti-Re will pick up. Looks like Trippy will have another one here. Ball don't lie, will be out though, and Trippy's gonna end up grabbing. But Quibble is able to stay ahead and get the tag. Misaki now looking for some blocks, can't quite get around that kind of corner that I believe that was Misaki tried to do earlier as well. Ball on the line now, gonna get some fortunate spikings from RePublicans, and he's gonna walk it in for the easy cap. Now 3-0 for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Looks like things will quiet down here again. RePublicans, despite being down in a hole, doing a pretty decent job of kind of stifling a regrab train or you know, any significant damage done, you know, repeatedly on the side of Red Hot Chili Poppers. Quibble with a nice boost back, but Toasty gonna clean up CB13. And so far, the defense of Red Hot Chili Poppers is really locking it down. Already over 5 minutes of prevent. Anti-Re trying to get that bump grab off of Red Hot Chili Poppers, but Toasty and Misaki just read it too well. Guts is another player with some pretty good potential. Kind of been hanging around minors and MLTP for the past couple seasons, but we've seen some of these players that, you know, will be the future of the league once people, you know, keep quitting and stuff. You know, they're the ones that are going to be playing MLTP, and he's another one that has some pretty good mechanics. I got to play with him, I believe it was on the Orlando Roller Bears. And, you know, definitely a kind of bright future. Should be looking to get this first chance for RePublicans, but Toasty and Misaki not really giving much up for this first half of the match. Ball on the line now with the flag. He's going to close in pretty easily on him though, but still nothing doing for the RePublicans offense. Anti-Re almost had a nice move around Toasty there, but they will clean him up, and Guts has a chance for the Cavs. Some nice blocks. A lot of numbers in base for RePublicans, but Guts uses the blocks to his advantage. Not really sure what he was thinking there though, staying on defense, and that's going to make it an easy cap for Trippy. Guts ended up not leaving the base, and then immediately got gated right after that. Misaki now looking to be passed to Anti-Re, takes a nice boost to try and stay ahead, but Quibble's in the right position, and the capping opportunity is gone for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Still a 3-cap lead. Guts now with another chance here for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Trippy right on his tail. Guts somehow still alive, but the CB13 is able to clean him up on anti-regrab. Or sorry, on regrab. Alright, so things settling down here yet again. This bottom line, just as I say that, is going to be past a few, and this should be an easy cap for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Just an unfortunate flaccid there, but it ends up doing a lot of damage for the Republicans. Toasty gonna get juked by Quibble, but Misaki is able to make the read. And Red Hot Chili Poppers up their lead to 5 now. Looking to make it more, but Quibble gets a fortunate boost spawn. And now things should be reset. Should be trying to make a nice block, but again, just too much from the Red Hot Chili Poppers defense here. Putting up a lot of prevent. Toasty putting up 26 and 2. And 3 cats each for the offenders. Not a big discrepancy in power-ups, but this defense for Red Hot Chili Poppers is just shutting everything down. And that will be another cap for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Toasty gonna win out that rolling bomb, and Saki will grab another one as well, so should be a quiet power-up round to close things out here. Ooh, Bottom Lie with the split. He's gonna be past 3, and this will be a very nice cap from Bottom Lie. Very well played. I mean, the defense just couldn't do anything about it. They had the reads and were staying ahead, but Bottom Line just ended up having an angle. Trippy gonna save that cap attempt from Guts, but Bottom Line has another chance here, and that should be another one. No, Anti-Re able to clean him up as well. So we should finish things out here with a 7 cap lead going into the second half. As Bottom Line doesn't have enough time. Alright, so we're just about ready to go here with second half. Some big defensive numbers from Toasty and Misaki. See if they can continue in the second half. Oh, I almost quickly out past 2. Guts trying to look for something with the handoff here. Ends up just taking a bit of a poor angle and gets gated by Quibble. Oh, I'm gonna do the smart thing and wait for his partner. Okay, that's right now. So I had forgotten that Red Hot Chili Poppers ended up trading Piecat for Bottle Line, along with NEU Husky. So looks like this will be the lineup they're rolling with going forward. So it's going to be interesting to see how Guts kind of stands up to the challenge. He gets a nice anti-block there. But you know, getting thrown onto a majors team right at playoffs time. You know, kind of a Spjork-esque story. But it should be interesting to see how he steps up kind of when it matters most. So both Banalai and Misaki trying to kind of work their way in quickly here, but the OD of RePublicans doing well to kind of stifle this big lead that Red Hot Chili Peppers gained in the first quarter, or sorry, in the first half. Alright, so power up sweep here for Red Hot Chili Peppers. Should let Guts be out past a couple. Anti-Re doing a good job holding that boost, but it's going to end up hitting the mid spike. You don't see that too often. But CB13 able to use the bomb effectively to you know, kind of kill the momentum that Red Hot Chili Peppers had with those pups. We saw Quibble mention some lag before, so should be interesting to keep an eye out for that. Going forward, as she just had to refresh there. Banalai with a nice block on Quibble now. We'll let Misaki out past 2. Anti-Re though able to slow down Misaki with that gate, and Trippy is able to get the tag. Now Anti-Re is going to be past a few. Banalai doing a smart thing, waiting for his regrab. CB13 got the tag, but Anti-Re wasn't in position to get the cap. Ended up waiting for power-ups, I believe. Trippy's going to follow it up with the cap of his own, and able to tie things up this half. Still a 7-cap lead for Red Hot Chili Peppers. Had a good opportunity to take the lead this half, but Anti-Re maybe not getting the communication that he needed, or you know, maybe just not having the trust in his team to get that return. So now Anti-Re has another chance to be past a few. Toasty getting aggressive with that kind of chase, and Anti-Re ends up using the bomb to his advantage very well, and it's able to get back that cap that he missed out on earlier. Guts gonna get some blocks, but Trippy just able to work over them and get the return. CB13 now looking to do some damage with this tag pro. Gonna be able to get his flag carrier out past a couple, but Banalai is just being chased by one. So neither team really in danger of getting a reset here, as neither flag carrier is looking to be tagged. But now RePublicans with a chance. CB13 gonna get aggressive with the tag, but Toasty is able to make the play. And reads the handoff well from Misaki, and a kiss should favor Red Hot Chili Peppers here, as they have the numbers to get reset. Banalai gonna get aggressive on those gates. Makes a nice move on Quibble, but Anti-Re is able to pick up the tag. So now power up will go to each team, as RePublicans have the lead now in this half. Still down by 6 caps, and time running out to kind of make something happen. But they're in a good position now. Trippy is past 3 by a mile. Saki gonna do the smart thing and wait for his regrab here. Ooh, just narrowly missing a tag from Anti-Re, but just kind of waited around at base too long. Did Misaki. And now Guts gonna be past a few. CB13 makes the read well though. Got people flying all over the place right now. Now one thing Guts was pretty vocal about playing in minors that one season, he definitely felt stronger on defense. So who knows in the playoffs? I mean, we might see Red Hot Chili Poppers kind of flex it a little bit, and Toasty might play some offenses. Anti-Re gets an insane corner and just narrowly gets the cap in. Good play there from Anti-Re. And Trippy's gonna add on another one, so Republicans closing things in here. They are now down by 4. These Red Hot Chili Poppers will tack on another one. Toasty with the boat. And I'm having a little fun here as things are kind of winding down in the season. And he will get a nice snipe, and Guts will bring in the cap for another 6-point lead for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Yeah, I'm gonna be past a couple. Toasty alone in base though, trying to get this solo double block. We will get a couple returns though, and a quick 2v1 for Republicans turns into a 2v1 for Red Hot Chili Poppers, and Masaki will get a boat of his own. I would think they would just move things along here. It's not usually like Toasty to do that, but I can get having a little fun. It's not too serious of a game, so. Anti-Re with a good chance here though, gonna be past a couple. Toasty barely gating CV13 somehow. Didn't really see how he had the angle, but Toasty ends up rushing into base, and now Anti had the chance to be past a couple, but ended up taking the boost maybe a little way that he didn't want to. Guts almost with a nice move on CV13. Bottom line, just gonna kind of hold around here as this last minute winds down. Nice moves around the block, and that'll be a 8-cap lead now for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Some good defense there, and again, putting up big numbers pre-event wise is Red Hot Chili Poppers. See, they're definitely a more kind of two-way stat line for Toasty. Not quite the cynical KD that he had last game. Good boost by Guts there. Is going to get CV13 off the boost, but I think that was Anti-Re who ended up getting boosted into the return. But a nice block from Toasty will get Guts the cap, and Red Hot Chili Poppers are gonna run away with this one. Alright, so we'll move on to Transilio here. Definitely a definitely a toasty map, if I'm being honest. You know, he's well, I should say on defense or on offense rather. Because he's, you know, really good with the portals in base and kind of fooling out the defense. So we'll see how he tries to use it on defense himself. It's getting a little tense in chat here as I didn't see what was said in the group chat, but see how that plays into play here coming in this last game. Got some nice rub grab to get out. He will have a little bit of space, but still 3 ahead for the Republicans. Cool's gonna end up grabbing though, and Misaki makes a nice bomb. Got still 3 to beat though. Can try and get aggressive with that bomb, takes the proper angle. Still just trying to get past the OD though, played well for Republicans there. Bottom line now with a chance of his own, might have looked to boost straight into base there, but it's gonna hold around for power-ups. And looks like Republicans will get 2 out of the 3, though 1 being a rolling. So Quibble looks to hold around with this juice. Ends up boosting into a spike though. Trippy though with a chance on regrab, but Misaki ends up getting blocked into the right position and gets the return. So far, Trippy and CB13 definitely doing a much better job locking things down. Ball Line Guts have had a much harder time trying to get out, and Trippy will get some help from the Tag Pro to get their first lead of the night. Now Indian with a chance of his own, just able to get around the block from Quibble. Misaki is there in time though to make the grab. And he will be able to hold long enough for Guts and Toasty to get the return. There's that portal play from Toasty there that I was talking about earlier. Definitely using them to advantage there, even if he didn't actually take it. But he's able to fool Quibble and Trippy into thinking that he was going to take it, and that was good enough. Oh, why they're going to end up running into the defender that spawned. But Toasty able to use the rolling bomb very well to get Guts out of base, and the ball and line gonna get the tag pro kills that they needed. And that'll be a time cap for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Toasty gonna make it a quick 2-cap chain as is able to get out past the anti of Republicans. Indian though now with another chance of his own, gonna be past a few here. Bottomline has to make a play. Ends up waiting maybe a bit long for the grab. I think if he had just ran back into base rather than using the blocks, I think he might have had more time to hold off Republicans, but doesn't end up mattering anyways as Toasty now again out with the flag. And all 3 power-ups going to be Juke Juices. 2 of the 3 going to Red Hot Chili Poppers here. Misaki trying to use his Juke Juice to block out Republicans OD, but CB13 able to wrap around and get the grab off. Indian doing a pretty good job so far to get out of base. Ball and line just there on the button though in time. CC still a pretty decent lead in prevent for Red Hot Chili Poppers, but at least feel-wise, Republicans defense doing a much better job than on Emerald. CB13 gonna win out a Juke Juice from Bottom Lie. And here's Toasty again on offense. Trippy out with the flag now for Republicans, but Masaki had the boost, was able to catch up to him. And I should say the offense for Republicans also doing a much better job. Able to stay with Red Hot Chili Poppers much better this half on both sides of the flag. Ball and I now with a chance, and Toasty gonna get the 1 block that he needed to. Now Guts looking to make it another, as he will be well past 2, but Ball and I ends up knocking him backwards. It's gonna give Republicans enough time to catch up to him. Should look to get this middle power up. Yeah, might try for a kiss now. And that will allow Misaki to get out past a few. The Indian has some space to work with though, not quite going to be tagged just yet. And now with a chance of his own, Guts going to catch up to him again though. And CB13 with the flag now, working his way into base, able to almost get around Misaki, but he's able to bounce off Quibble and get the tag. And now Red Hot Chili Poppers will finally get the reset though. It had been a while for Republicans there getting out with the flag. And again, just doing a much better job of holding their own. So Indian with another scoring chance here. It seems like a lot of their deaths have kind of come around like that area. It's another kind of trademark of Toasty's game on offense anyways, is to really kind of get aggressive on regrab. Even going as far out on the middle of the map, but you'll definitely see the OD for Red Hot Chili Poppers kind of, you know, look to kind of force the flag carrier down into this area. You know, where it's a lot harder to escape. You have so many less tools. Quibble though with a nice grab, she's able to get out past a couple, but looks to be returned, and Bottle Eye will get the cap as a result. And now Toasty will tack on another one here. And no boat from him that time. A little surprising, to be honest. But nonetheless, a 5-1 lead now for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Guts with a really nice corner. He's gonna get the nub step. Bit of he caught Republicans kind of slipping up there. But a really nice corner from Guts there. And Toasty looks to take the same now. CB13 just narrowly missing getting returned. But still with the flag. Guts not in danger of getting returned though with this rolling bomb. So CB13 is actually going to have to stay alive here. But both flag carriers are going to end up getting returned. And Bottle Eye is going to have a quick pass 3. Just able to get over Quibble on the OD. Not much she can do there as Red Hot Chili Poppers again starting to tack things on. Yeah, not much else to say. The Red Hot Chili Poppers looking like a playoff ready team. They're really clicking on both offense and defense. And I think with that kind of rotational play that Toasty has been using, you know, there's really not a whole lot that Republicans can do. Alright, so it looks like we will have Herb stepping in for the Indian, as some of the Republicans minors guys will get some rotational minutes. Alright, so this lineup will have CB13 and Quibble on defense. Or I guess Trippy has been playing offense most of the night. And Herb will be the offensive partner for Trippy, who makes a nice... Herb will make a nice move with the corner. Bait out Misaki for the boost, but ends up getting boosted into the spike. Trippy though, with a chance now, pass 3. Herb's gonna get a little bit aggressive, getting to regrab. Trippy though, still with the chance, somehow gets around Misaki, but That was Toasty who ended up making the tag. Some kind of improbable chances there for both Trippy and Herb. So it looks like 2 tag bros will go to Red Hot Chili Poppers, with the third going to Quibble. But it looks like for the most part things will kind of quiet down here as he's going to rush right to offense. I'm pretty sure he signed up as Just D, is why I keep bringing it up. Again, with the season kind of quieting down, might get a pass, as Herb looks to have lagged out here. Let's see if either Anti-Re or the Indian will come back in for him. CB13 though doing a nice job to kind of negate this 3v4 that's happening right now, as pointed out by Ball and Y. Ball and Y though will get a lawnmower to have on defense, but CB13 still able to make the tag regardless. It's still a 3v4. Kind of surprised no one has stepped in for RePublicans here, as Herb has now left the group. Trippy's going to have to make a play, and he does. So still no caps lit up by RePublicans here, as they're still a man down. Let's see if this is finally the one for Red Hot Chili Poppers, and it will be. Nice cap from Ball and I, even despite the 3v4. Guts trying for the boost straight in, but not going to quite work out for him. And now Ball and I with a chance past 2, and Quibble will have a grab though. And Trippy's going to get the tag, and Quibble will be out past 3. So gonna get some help from Guts on Anti here. Ball and I just can't quite get the bomb snipe though on Herb, and neither team will be quite reset here yet. Republican starting though, but Toasty does get the solo reset. So there's again another 6 cap lead for Red Hot Chili Poppers here, carrying over from the last half. Herb gonna be past a couple here, decides to kind of take it slow, as Masaki had the snipe, but ends up working out for him regardless. Alright, so both teams doing a good job right now of keeping the flag at base. Toasty going so far as to be the 3rd offender. He just doesn't care now, he's all offense. Maybe keeping his chops loose for playoff time. But Herb will be able to get past 3. Let's see if CB13 and Quibble can get this return, and they will. It's now 2-1 this half for RePublicans. And looking to make it more, as Herb was past, but will be past a few now, as everyone leaves regrab for Red Hot Chili Poppers. Guts, though, not quite going to be in danger of getting returned in time. Alright, so we've got Guts with the flag again. Herb also going to be out, and Red Hot Chili Peppers might be caught going for power-ups, but they are able to move off in time to get the return. And now another scoring chance here as CB13 is going to have to make a play, and he does. Very risky snipe there for Republicans and CB13, but ends up working out for him. See how Guts decides to use this bomb, ends up missing the grab by just a hair. Does get the boost snipe on, or rather the boost block on CB13. Republicans though still with the contain, and they will be down player again. And this time Indian will jump in for Herb. As Trippy will attack on another one, and some good 3v4 play there by Republicans as their season begins to wind down. Line with the flag, still 4-2 beat, and Cool's going to get the aggressive read on him as power-ups are spawning. Indian gonna win out a tag pro from, or sorry, a rolling bomb from Red Hot Chili Peppers base, but still gonna be returned nonetheless. And now Ball Don't Lie looking to get past a couple, but Quibble and CB13 able to make the play. It's been kind of a quiet half, relatively speaking anyways, from what we've seen the past 3 halves, but Republicans definitely deserve credit for the fight that they've put up. Oh, Masaki ended up getting the grab out. It looked like at the right time, but still ends up getting returned, and Indian walks it in with the cap. A bit of a miscue there on the sacrifices from the Republicans. I think that was Quibble originally who was waiting for the power up, and ends up deciding a bit too late to go for the sacrifice when I forget who it was on Red Hot Chili Peppers, but they weren't really going to get pushed out that much. I think it was Guts, who will now be out past 3 with a nice rub grab. Indian's going to have to make the play, and was in position for the corner boost there, but didn't account for the boost straight in. And that will do it for Season 14 for Republicans. They go out with 24 tags from CB13, and Red Hot Chili Peppers will move on to playoffs with a sweep. Alright, so that'll do it for me for this matchup. Should definitely look forward to Red Hot Chili Poppers in playoffs come 2 weeks. But definitely stay tuned. We've got the playoff-bound TC Jukes up next, going against Rolling Golden Boulders. So it should be a good matchup there as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.